And new at 6, with the eviction moratorium extended for those who are eligible, it's leaving programs helping people facing homelessness in limbo. Organizations like the YWCA in Norfolk say whether the moratorium expires or not, it's a double-edged sword for the work they do. Ann Sparacco explains.
The eviction moratorium extension is creating a sigh of relief for many renters and homeowners, but that's not the case for everyone.
We work with a lot of families in domestic violence situations and evictions and facing homelessness.
Kristen Pine is the chief operating officer for the YWCA's Norfolk Family Justice Center. She says when the eviction moratorium continued into the spring season, they ran into some challenges with their shelters and housing availability.
What that meant was they were staying there for longer periods of time because there just wasn't any available housing.
The Biden administration extended the nationwide pause on evictions with an exception. It only applies to areas with substantial or high COVID-19 transmission rates, which is the case for cities across Hampton Roads. Pine says while the expiration would have made it easier for the YWCA to help people in the shelters find homes,
this is kind of a double-edged sword for us, right?
They'd still run into several challenges.
The price of housing is so high that even if they could find a unit, it really wouldn't be sustainable for them anyways with current kind of levels of wages. So this is kind of a worst case scenario for us on many levels at this point, unfortunately.
Pine says the stress of the evictions and the pandemic is one of the driving forces of domestic violence this year. That could lead to an increase in clients.
I think we're going to continue to see longer lengths of stay in our shelter and probably still low supply in the rental market.
She says the YWCA is working with landlords to try to find more affordable housing options through the program. In Norfolk, Ann Sparacco for 13 News Now.
Pine says the YWCA is anticipating an influx in people seeking housing in their emergency shelters from a potential spike in domestic violence cases. She says the organization is also working with the victims' families to ensure they have a place to live.